Hello everybody, this is Mateo. We are doing Dodge'em Dome. This minigame is pretty fun, I really like it, and it also marks the return/cameo of some past Banjo-Kazooie characters, which are always fun to have. I enjoy the little references to previous games. Here we have the Twinkly Munchers. One of them, rather. So we need to collect 60 points worth in 45 seconds. And yeah, this thing turns like a dream. Like on the dime and everything. Oh my god, I have gotten so many threes. Wow, that's great. So this guy will primarily chase you around and try to ram you into a wall or whatever. Like he is doing right now. If he happens to run into the Twinklies, he will munch them and they will just die, so you don't want that to happen. And that's pretty much it. There's only one of them right now, so this is pretty easy. And I think the points that we needed to get was 60, so technically I could stop right now, but I want to see how many I can actually get. But yeah, this minigame is pretty fun, and of course I am a fan of the cameo. 83, wow, not bad. What do you mean? I completely destroyed your score. Alright, next up we have number 2, of course. And this one actually goes from left to right, unlike the Mayhem Lobby Temple, whatever, where it went left, right, middle. So now there's 2 Twinkly Munchers versus just you, so it is slightly more difficult, except at the same time, which one is the gas pedal? I don't think this will actually be much more difficult with that guy around. But it's also easier because they have you collecting less points worth of Twinklies, so it's just like, well, alright. So, yeah, there's 2 of them, which makes it more difficult, but they're both still chasing me and ramming me into the wall. And, well, I'm getting wrecked right now, but still, it's just like, they're not really doing too much to stop me, and I need to get less points in the same amount of time. So it really isn't that much more difficult. I think I already got the points amount. I think she said 50, maybe 45. Well, I got the points that I needed to get in the last game. See, they could have totally gotten away with making you get 60 or 55 in that time frame. Even 60 would have been enough. And it would have been more difficult, like they were trying to make it. So now, by getting that amount, we can open up the third game, and we can go do the third game, which is purple, which is pretty nice. Okay, so what does the third guy say? I just now noticed that each of the Twinklies that are introduced, they're the same color as the door that you enter. Like, this guy's purple. You're in for a real ramming this time, pal. That's not funny in the slightest. I don't even know what the first guy said, but you know, the second guy was funny, so the rest of you should have been funny. 40 points worth. That is so difficult, and then watch me lose this like 5 times. Oh man, the purple one is actually going around and killing some of the Twinklies. That's kind of mean, but I mean, he is a Twinkly Muncher after all. Luckily, he still goes to ram you into the wall every once in a while. And it's just like, yeah, they waste some time, but oh man, they're actually getting me pretty good right here. Wow. Okay, this is super bad. And if 2 of them ram you into the wall, the third one will go around and kill Twinklies in the meanwhile. But it's not like that really helps at all, because you're currently stuck in a wall. So, okay, 40 points, I made it. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing they lowered the score for this one. They could have made it like 50 though, but, you know, what am I complaining for? I barely made that. Okay, 52 points. Yes, I would be liking a prize. Jiggy, please. How is she even, like, narrating these games? I mean, she's currently in the tower, isn't she? Although then again, I guess she's in the, tent, whatever you want to call it, where you get your fortune. But why is she in there, then? So many questions, no answers in the slightest. Well, whatever, let's just forget that, and instead head back to the western zone, which is outside Wumba's Wigwam. I wish that I wish that they called this, like, western zone and space zone instead of and flames or volcano zone, instead of like the regular outside of Wumba's Wigwam, outside of Mumbo's hut or whatever, because then I have to think, like, wait, which one is the one in the western zone? Because I'm thinking in terms of like the zones, not the character there. Okay, this is always a bit of a challenge. Luckily, he's not puppy guarding the way. But this right here is usually a challenge, especially when just by pressing the button you get a certain amount of camera movement. Oh yeah, I can move the camera by going into first person view. That was too much. Isn't this annoying? Wait, that didn't work at all. Fantastic. Okay, and R doesn't center the camera. I thought it did that. Like, whoa. Okay, we are going in this route. Okay. So let's just jump up here. Did I get the Jinjo on top of the tent? I'm pretty sure I did. Well, just hit the button. This will bring it back over here. Why I can't start over here, I don't know. Fall on down and press B to experience the scenic splendor. Sure, let's do that. Oh, look at this scenery. Look at that wall. Oh, so many walls. You can see the Dive of Death, which is pretty nice, and the tent. But otherwise, so much scenery. Yeah, I did get that, Jinjo, okay. But this is the only way to get up to this point. So, yeah, you want to make sure that you do this. And there's our third honeycomb, which is very nice. So let's just backflip on up there. Let's just backflip on up there. Let's just backflip on up there. Okay, wow. This is reminding me of that one part in SpongeBob where Squidward is all, like, caught up in the cast. Because he got stung. What happened exactly? I think he got stung by jellyfish. Maybe. And so they take Squidward jellyfishing, and Patrick is trying to get Squidward to hold the jellyfishing net, but he can't do it because he has a cast over his hand. And Patrick just keeps on trying, and he's like, firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. Firmly grasp it. And then it just gets to the point where he stabs the jellyfishing net through Squidward's cast, and I always imagined that it also went, like, through his hand or whatever. So, yeah, just the constant repetition of that idea just reminded me of that. But here, you remember that box that we helped out in Glitter Gulch Mine? Well, it is finally finished. We are finally finished helping it, pretty much, because we opened the final door, the final blockade to its entrance. And I always liked the way that this box opened. It's just really neat for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and talk to him and maybe get our reward. Okay, our reward is a ride. I guess that works. Let's just jump on board. And here we have yet another mini-game, but it's also a pretty fun one. Basically, this thing will go on a set path. It's kind of like an on-rail shooter. And you move the crosshair around and press Z to shoot targets. And again, they have this same scoring system. And it's a really fun game. I like this. And we need to get 500 points to get all the prizes. And of course we're gonna get 500 points because we won 100% this game, as always. Yeah, you can just spam the Z button, or you can just hold it down actually, because it fires at a pretty fast rate. So again, aim for blues mostly, and then greens, and then reds. That kind of goes without saying, but you know, I gotta find something to talk about. And just some of the stuff that this saucer does, it's a lot of fun. And maybe if you want to do, like, beat my high score, or especially if you can do a perfect run of this, I would like to see that. It would be pretty neat. So that's a thing. Just, like, put it as a video response or send it to me in a PM or something. I've gotten kind of bad at checking my PMs, though, because YouTube itself doesn't tell me when I have PMs. I have to check my email, and God knows that people don't really use emails that much anymore. It's all Facebook and stuff for communication, at least outside of a workplace. Okay. Oh, wow, that's super fast. Yeah, just stuff like that. It's a ton of fun. I like this minigame a lot. So, yeah, I'm getting a lot of the full sets of these things, which is nice. Oh, no, I got that red. Nice. 187. We're already more than a third of the way there. Heck, we're almost halfway there. But yeah, it's just a ton of fun, and you just get, like, so many 3s and 2s, and you just get so many points at once, and you really feel like you're scoring big here. When actually it's kind of difficult, and they only put out, like, 600 or 700 points in this thing, maybe 650. Okay, so yeah, this is going pretty well, and it's just you get to look... Oh, that's a lot of blues. You get to look at all these things. Okay, I missed all but 2 of those. Okay. Yeah, just some of the loops and stuff, it's pretty neat. I think I've said that enough now. So, I guess something else to talk about, because there really is nothing else to talk about this game. My computer actually died for like 2 days. Here's another real-life story, and another thing that kept me from recording and stuff is that my computer was completely dead for 2 or 3 days. It would not turn on at all. And so on the 2nd or 3rd day... Okay, the couple days before it just like completely died and wouldn't turn on at all, whenever I tried to turn it on, I would have to like completely unplug it and then plug it back in, and then it would be like... Well, it would turn on and turn off really rapidly, like or whatever, and then that would slow down, and soon enough it would just stay on. So that happened for a while, and then 2 or 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, and then 2 or 3 days before that, it just stayed completely off. It would not come back on at all, and so I basically lived without a computer for 2 days, and I have no idea how I did it. But it still happened. And on the 3rd day, I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous. I really need to do things like online AP Micro and stuff like that. Oh, this is ridiculous. So I tested out different things. I tested out the cord for the power, and that worked out okay. Oh, I could stop now. I'm at 500, so now I can focus on the story. Good. Actually, we're just right at the end. Even better. Okay, so I tested the power cord, I tested the on button to make sure, like, the on button on the front casing or whatever just wasn't, like, broken, and it's... Oh, I almost knocked over my mic again. That would have been bad. We win 2 bleeping prizes, yay! So yeah, I tried the power cord, tried the power button itself, and then I got to going inside of my computer and dusting it out. No thanks. And so I got to the power supply unit, which is basically the thing in the back that the power plug actually plugs into, and it'll convert the power into what the computer needs or whatever. And I dusted that out, and dusted all the wires and stuff, and I still had the wires of it exposed when I plugged it in. I plug in the thing, and it just lights up. There are sparks. They just pop out. And let me tell you, there have been very few times where I've been more afraid for my life, because I'm in robotics team and I work in wiring at my school. Well, it's more of a summer thing right now, but it's going to be at my school soon enough. We're just learning ahead of time because we're a rookie team and all. But we always say, like, whatever it does, don't let it spark. And so, you can imagine me plugging something in and then it's sparking. It's like, oh god, this is the thing that I've been warned about. I'm going to die. Obviously, I didn't die, or maybe I did, and this is a zombie me commentating. But still, it was just like, oh god. And so, we took it into Fry's Electronics, and turns out it was the power supply unit that was completely dead. I bought a new one, and now the computer's obviously working fine because I'm able to do things like record and do classes. And then the internet dies. For the past couple days now, the internet's been dead, so that did not help with my online classes at all. It usually happens after around 9 when everybody's home and, like, on the internet. It just, like, gets overfilled or whatever, and then it just drops everybody. So, yeah, that's another thing that's been going on. And the thing is, I need the internet in order to do my online class. And the guy to help fix it isn't coming till Thursday. Thursday's tomorrow, and that's the day that I have my final, and by the time that you're seeing this, I would have taken my final by now. But still. Oh, right, I gotta... Okay, so this patch right here, this red and white one, is probably the best one to hit just because it's so small and difficult to hit, while in the later portions of this, I think I hit the right one, I didn't really see. But yeah, this guy, you want to shoot grenade eggs at all of his patches. You can maybe use like fire eggs or whatever, but grenade eggs work best. Oh no, you have to use grenade eggs. That's why they're only giving you grenade eggs right here. So yeah, that's... okay, I did hit the right one. But now we have to take to the air because of that boxing glove thing, and you also need to have the airborne egg aiming power in order to do this. So just get up nice and close and launch grenade eggs at him and pop all of those. Oh man, I am almost dead. I think around the outskirts of this place, there's health. But I'm not seeing any right now, which is bad, considering how close to death I am. But you can't do this on the floor because there are those boxing gloves up right there. They're kind of inaccurate, but if you're staying still and trying to launch eggs at the thing from the first-person view, this doesn't go well. Okay, but the fact that I'm missing so much life is really, really unhelpful. Also, a little neat effect is that he will slowly become smaller as he loses air. Although really, in all technicality, he should be constantly getting smaller after you pop the very first one, and eventually just die off. There's some health right there. I am going to go ahead and grab it. Oh god, I did... okay, I meant to ground pound, forgot I was in first-person view, launched a grenade egg, and I just happened to be close enough that it did damage to me. So that grabbing of the health did absolutely nothing except for maybe embarrass me. Oh, that would've been so cool if that hit. But yeah, pretty much... oh, I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can pop his balloons with a grenade egg. Okay, if I could get these ones on his face, that'd be great. I got one of them at the very least. Yeah, the ones... I'm gonna go for that health, and this time I will not launch a grenade egg at myself. And then I would have rammed into the floor and lost health maybe, although luckily that didn't happen. Yeah, look at how small he is now. It's just neat how he gets smaller. I'm going to charge at him. Oh, that's almost like too much. Okay, actually that was just fine. So now just constantly launch things at him. He's gonna turn around real soon, and by real soon I mean now. Isn't there another one on his face, or did I get both of those? I think I got both of those. Yeah, you just bounce off of his stomach or whatever, so don't worry about that. But, yeah, this guy's kind of difficult, just because, like, aiming at these super small spots when they're constantly moving around by his wobbling. Oh, nice, I got two of them right there. Wait, apparently he has two left, but I have no idea where one of them is. There's one right here. I can see that one. Okay, just tried to run into him to back up a little bit. I think the other one might be the other one on his face. I didn't really catch that, I think. So, where might your last patch be, guy? He's launching balloons at me, which makes me upset. Oh, it's right there on his right side. I had to figure out whether it was his right or my right. Okay. So, let's hopefully hit this. Nice! I somehow hit it! Oh, I was so afraid that I was going to die against this guy, but I didn't, and that's just really, really great. Yep, definitely does look like trouble, and then his wiener pops, and he blows up everywhere. There are probably some much more unsafe for work jokes that I can make there, but in recording, I am not that kind of guy, although if you were to watch VG Cave, you would think differently. Mainly because I'm around friends and stuff. But hey, 30 jiggies. There are a total of 90 jiggies in this game, so we're basically a third of the way done here. Which makes sense considering, let's check the totals, we have basically 100%ed the third world, aside from one jiggy that we can't get yet. Same story for Glitter Gulch Mine, 1 jiggy and a Jinjo. Yeah, excuse me. Why did I say excuse me? That was a cough. Whatever. So with that, we have completed Witchy World with only 1 health left. Oh man, I thought that coin was going to kill me. That would have honestly been hilarious. The only Jiggy that we can't get is her, because one of her kids are too fat, and we can't move him quite yet, and I honestly forget where exactly he is. So we're gonna need to figure that out. I think he might be in the haunted zone somewhere. But we're at 19 minutes right now, so I think really quickly, just to get up to 20 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the 4th world, and then we'll call it a video. Actually, we honestly have enough. Actually, wait, I have like 5 empty honeycombs. I should probably go turn those into honeybee, before I forget. Or whatever her name is. It's something like honeybee. Her picture's right there. She's at the plateau. Because I think she only needs 3 or 4 for the next one. And we have 5, so this works out. So let's go ahead and grab this. Yes, yes. Grabbing this now. Excellent commentary. The best commentary. Okay. Oh, we also have 5 Cheeto pages. Oh, we have 6. Well, it's still not enough to get 2. I know that for a fact. So, oh yeah, Honeybee, that's her name. Thought so. Okay, well, for 1 extra health unit, but I have no idea how many was necessary. I want to say that it was 4 or 3. I know it showed at the bottom of the screen, but I was not paying attention to that. Well, throw them at her, and we will get an extra honeycomb piece, which is really helpful considering how I almost died. Okay, now she needs 7. She needed 5 before. Alright then, so it increases by 2 every single time. Alright, so that aside, now we can actually go to the Wooded Hollow and get the next world unlocked. That is not what I'm looking for. That is just a random rock. I thought that that was the teleport silo, but no, this in fact is the teleport silo. Wooded Hollow. Was I talking about something before I got off track and started talking about Honeybee? I want to say yes. Off-topic commentary that is quickly interrupted by on-topic commentary. That's just kind of a standard for Mateo Gaming Group video. Oh well, we needed 14 Jiggies, we have 30. We have little higher than double than what he needed. We can definitely open up the next 2, maybe even 3 worlds. So, yeah. Let's just do this puzzle. Alright, this is looking rather dark. Although, I'm just gonna say right now, this is a very small part of the level. And the rest of the level is not like this in the slightest. This is just a small, separate room of the level that's just kind of there. So that's a thing to look forward to. And this is also... It's an alright level. For the kind of level that it is, they did a really good job on it, I think. But still, the fact that it is that theme of a level, it's still not the best, like, level in the game, in my opinion. I have other favorites, but it's not bad either. It's definitely not my least favorite. I think that still goes to Glitter Gulch Mine. Just because that place looks like a lot of the same. And it's not easy enough to get around through. Oh, well, this next level's probably low down there as well. Oh, well. Crystal Jiggy does stuff, opens up the world. Now, the major question. Explosion or door open? Yet again, we have the dramatically long pause as we try to figure out, in suspense, what it might be. Let's watch. The answer was door open! Congrats to those of you that were right, and those of you especially who played the game before and just happen to remember. Better luck next time, those of you who weren't correct. And your next time is coming right now, as soon as Jiggy Wiggy stops talking and Banjo finishes his crunches. Now he has abs of steel, so we can do this. He is now fully prepared to take on the next challenge of Jiggy Wiggy. Now this level is pretty neat, I like it a lot. Just because you really don't see a lot of levels, in my opinion. In my years of video game playing, I have not seen a lot of levels themed around the kind of thing that this area is themed around. And especially when I was younger. Okay, I'll just say, you might have seen in the picture, this level is themed around dinosaurs. And when I was younger, I freaking loved dinosaurs. We had these, like, small, white, like, publish-yourself books. That is a side piece to me. Come on now. How long have you been doing puzzles? We had these, like, little books and they were legit like hard copy books, and you could just write in them and write your own story. And it was the kind of thing that a first grader did, just write a little story or whatever. And I have this one that I wrote about, and it was about dinosaurs, and a lot of the information I had gotten off of the dinosaur placemat that I had, but still, it was a pretty neat little thing. I have thought about doing like a vlog where I read the stuff that I wrote as like a 1st through 5th grader, because a lot of it is really dumb, but some people might find humor in it just because of how dumb it is. Oh shoot, that reminds me, when I finished Pokemon Crystal, I was meaning to do a vlog video over the Pokemon game that I made up. And I still have to do that. Shoot, maybe I'll do that soon enough as a side video. But yeah, I've also been thinking of doing a parody of Pickle 44444's classy readings of horrible fan fiction, or whatever exactly it's called. You know the general idea of what I'm trying to say, I think. And do like classy readings of 5th grade fan fiction or something like that. Okay, Banjo, let's warm up, because we also have enough Jiggies to attempt Jiggy Wiggy's Challenge 6. And also, I take it back, this is actually my least favorite level. Glitter Gulch Mine is my— oh shoot, I almost knocked over the mic again. Glitter Gulch Mine is my 2nd least favorite, and then I'll just say the name of it, Jolly Roger's Lagoon is probably my 4th. So yeah, that's how the worst levels stack up. This level is alright, it is just massive, with a lot of empty space. Yeah, I feel, and it just makes it really difficult to explore. I still barely know the layout of this place, so progress in this area is definitely going to be slow going, that's for sure. And it's also kind of really dark and drab and stuff. I don't know. Just look at it. Well, there we go. We have completed Jiggy Wiggy's Challenge 6. Also, those of you playing at home, the answer to door number 5 was explosion. Now then, let's figure it out. Will it be A, the door opening, B, the door exploding, or C, Ty moves that bus? Figure out in like a minute of suspenseful silence. The answer was technically both. How does that even work? Like, how does the scoring work on that? I'm not entirely sure. Nah, whatever, that one didn't count. Oh, I guess the actual door opened, a sign on the door exploded. So, those of you that said door open, you get 1 point. Those of you that said explosion, I'll give you 0.5 points. Yeah, that seems to be the best option. So, with that whole thing set aside and figured out, in the next part we will start off the 4th world and do stuff in there. So I will see you all then. Goodbye.